Welcome. This is Grammy Queen. Well, we are just moving on with this other presentation on Revelation. So it's really trying to get as many words as we can from Revelation, which we have done in one of the presentations. But we're just getting a feel of the numerical values of the words, because that in itself gives us more essence or more connection or more understanding of what revelation really constitutes. And of course, because revelation is a word that applies to everything we do, it's like everything has a cover to it. Now that's very profound. That's profound because I have been looking at two. This is where partnerships are done. This is where harmony is done. This is where the glue happens. And that means whenever there is a connection, there is a cover. Of course, there would have to be a cover that denotes another segment. Now, that is very profound. I'm not sure I had thought about it like that. I'm not sure I did at all. So, in fact, I think it's important to just address this from the template. So basically, every time we are making a decision, or we have made a decision, or we're moving into a new direction, we are really doing a B. It's always said about a beeline, or perhaps we are doing a T, we are closing a closet. Or perhaps we are doing a K. I have been looking at this K and I've been studying it because, of course, I know this way it looks like a table. The K which is here. But then I realize it is very clever the way they've done this. This K, it's really the less than sign. And to emphasize the less than, this is what they do on research, on market research, or in psychology, whatever it is, the studies, you have the sign more than or less than, and this is really saying less than, and it's got a stroke here. Now that stroke may also indicate an I, less than I. Now that is sad. Okay, but it's a bar. Less than, it's like saying you can't go through. It's a no through, no way place. So, and that's what those B's, because B, it's self-contained. They are self-contained. Okay, all right, let's go back to this. So back to Revelation and Revelation. So I'm not sure I'm going to go through all the words, but again, or the numerical value, but let's just explore this. I mean, I was really taken aback a bit with knit. As far as I know, knit is supposed to be a little insect you find in the hair, like, or perhaps on pets. So knit. Now that would mean that that is a very troubling thing. Yes, and that's in Revelation. And perhaps that is that bit of knit that has been bothering me in the sense of sacrifice. In the sense of sacrifice, it's like we have had little knits, bothering us. Things don't seem to really get into place. They don't seem to gel the way we expect them to. What's the numerical value on knit? That is 9. And 5 is 14, 15, 16. So knit is 7. Knit is actually 7. Now 7, that means, is that saying we knit? Now I'm not sure I really like this. I'm not sure I really like this. But 7 anyway, we know is a very, perhaps we have been given, well, there's still very little troubling creatures, insects, or is there another word? Okay, but it still means that with the 7, it has much more to get on with in life. Its neck is up and it's looking way beyond, like Abraham, you know, as far as his eyes could see. He was given land as much as his eyes could see. So there we are. Perhaps having it does not stop you being prosperous. Okay. Now we have it. Now we know with it, it is 8. We know that. Enlightenment. 8 is 8 and 8 is the same. The letters are just back and forth. Okay, so there's enlightenment. There is your third eye open. Now that's comforting with revelation. That is really good. Okay, so we have IT as well, like information technology. Now, who would have thought that IT would have been that? Yes, it is. Information technology. Okay, 9 and 2, that's 11. There you go. Standing on your 2 feet, like we would say in St. Lucia. Going about on my number 11. My number 11. So 11 actually is 2. So 2 is there. 2 is really, now that's why I like as well to have like the number 11. It gives you a sense of firmness and standing like perhaps Jesus did. It didn't stop them teasing him and all of that, you know, but when you get into yourself as a number 2, when you are reflective of who you are as a number 2, you become humble, you bend down, you kneel down and you pray, and of course you really do look like a number 2 praying to the Lord, you know, because there you need guidance. You need to know that you are, you know, loved, you are on the right track, and you know, all those things. So yes, we didn't do a numerical value for rat. That's interesting. Rat. So this is 10 and 2, 12. So are we saying the rat is also a 3, like a worm? My. So everything comes from that free worm, that wormy bit. And that's, mind you, you could understand with a rat and it's had it. Oh, well, it's understandable. Okay, so we've done river, we've done rat. Let's do nail, and that's 9 and 3, 12, 12 and 5, that's 15, 16, 17. So that's 17, 17 is 8. 1 and 7 is 8. So there we go. We have 8. Oh, the 8s are coming up nicely. I like that because it's like Revelation is just revealing and closing chapters. It's opening the chapters and it's closing the chapters. That's the feel I'm getting here. So even we've done that, it's 3 5s, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that too, you could say, is the start. It's closed the chapter, and 10, it's beginning that new chapter. It's the new cycle. That's nice. Never. So of course we have never. So that is 14 and 4, 18, 19, 23, and 5 is 28. So never as well is 2, 8, 2 and 8 is 10. And that is 1. In essence, that is 1. So when you say never, you have, this is why they say don't say never, but never is really that you have closed a chapter, you begin another one. You are in, it's like never, you moving on, you moving on. Okay, you're playing about with the 0 and the 1, in essence. Over, 9 and 5, 14, 14 and 4, 18, 18 and 6, 24, 19, yeah, 24, so that's 6. Now 6 is what we really are. Of course, we 7, we 8, we all the numbers, but 6, of course, is Genesis. Genesis is 33, 3 and 3 is 6. These are the wiggly worms, the 2 wiggly worms. When they get together, they have more wiggly worms. That's what we are. That's what we are. Just a worm. Okay. If you don't believe me, yeah. Well, but we don't want to call them worms, so we call them waves, vibration. Okay. Inner. Now that's interesting. So INNER. So we have 14 and 5 and 5, 10. That's 24 and 9, 24 and 9 would be 33. Inner. I just said 33 here and 33 here. So inner. Now that makes sense because if we are Genesis, if we are 33, if we are number 6, if we are 6, it would make sense that inner is 33 because 3 and 3 is 6 in direct correlation with what we are. Hence, it is said the question or the answer is always within you. Inner, inner. Well, I like that. I really do. Yes. Tavlon. I'm not sure. Tavlon sounds like a make of some kind of electrical appliances or stuff that didn't really go right. It sounds like it, but let's just do Tavlon. I'm sure they probably found their name through some other kind of well, who knows. So 5 and 6, 11. 11 and 3 is 14. 14 and 4 is 18. 18 and let's say 1, 19. 19 and 2 is 21. So that Tavlon had, well, I suppose in electric movement wave, so that would be free. Yeah, why not? So if they were to choose that as a electrical name, that would make sense. They have their button on here on that T. You know, every time you have that T, it's 1 2 1 2. You are anchoring with them. You'd be anchoring and they would have you. And of course, they finish on the N. You go down, N. Although I love N, it gives you the chance to really begin again. Of course, with that tail going right down to the T, of course, Tavlon would have you. Okay, I believe so. Especially, well, with 3. Perhaps they, well, we'll see. So the name loan, 5 and 5, 10, and 0, that's 16, and 3, that's 19. So 1, that's also 19, 1 and 9 is 10. So we have 10 here for loan. So if you loan, that's interesting. If you loan something, then you don't owe. Well, okay. Or a loan, I suppose the A is added to 2. This is the thing when you add 1 and 1 is 2. Then there is agreement. There is agreement again. A loan or a loan. Even if it's a loan, you have done a deal with yourself. Mentally, you are in a forum, dimension, or whatever it is in a B, you're doing something. Lie. Now that's interesting. I think I done lie before, and wasn't it 8? Let's see. That is 5 and 3, 8. 8 and 9 is 17. 8 and 8, 16 and 17. So I've got a splendid memory. I think I'm just getting better with these words. Okay, so lie is 8. Why I remember lie to be 8? Because it is said that I think as if there was someone told a lie, or if you were told to lie or not lie. But the lie, in essence, I think it really means with 8. I think that's what the lie is. The symbol of infinity. Okay, it's lying down. Instead of the 8 standing like this, it lies down. And I think that means it's whole. It has just collapsed into one error. It's collapsed into one phase. It's complete in a certain phase. So that's what lie is about. And well, now it's making sense. Because if I come across, or when I do, which I often do, believe, which has a big fat lie in the middle, then it makes sense to me that I can say, okay, lie means to just lie down in the middle. And got it. I just love these eurekas. I just love this. Let's just capture this. Let's just capture. And I'm beginning to appreciate the idea of them just having the instrument to just capture a moment and say, this is the pattern for it. So to lie, let's look at believe again. Believe. Now this is believe. I know there is so much more to believe because the whole Bible sticks in that B. Okay, but this is what we were talking about, the lie. This is the lie that I hadn't been able to really come to terms with in the middle of VE, which is 9, 4 and 5, 9, which is denoting the sacrifice. And then we have 7 here because 5 and 2 is 7. Of course, we're not counting all the things that's in the tubes of B. No, but if we also add 7 and 9 would be 16, and because I'm taking one from here, putting it on here, and I'm saying 8 and 8 is 16. That's how I count. So I think most women kind of count like this anyway. So 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 6, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Now, that already in itself tells us it holds a direct, it holds a direct representation of who we are. 1 to 6, like on the template of sacrifice, it takes you from 1 to the fox. Or if you were in the bonding stage, which is 2, it takes you 2 to 7. Or if you were in the lucky stage, it takes you from 3 to 9. So we can see that here, in actual fact, this is mirroring us pretty well. Now let's check out lie. Now the other thing is, this serves as like axles on both sides, or hinges, we should say, because there are 2 in numbers, number 2 letters here and 2 letters here. Okay, so let's see here, lie. That is 3 and we already said it's 8. Okay, so this is it. We said this is it. This is 8. But what is this? In the middle of 9. In the middle of 9, it's like it's serving a link. It is a link. Oh my God, isn't that delicious? And there's the 7 too, so the 7 can be hooked in here. It could be hooked. Let's put it the other way. So, okay. 7 can be hooked in here. I'm not sure I'm doing this. The excitement of this is just so immense. Okay. So 7 is here. It's looking like glasses now. 7 and 9 is looking not too far off from 7. Yeah. So, okay. But they are hooked here. You got sunglasses. They look like my glasses actually. But this is it. This is it. This is it. I've got to do this. Now, this is when the Bible makes sense to me. This is when it makes sense to me. Because this is 7. This is 7. This is 7. Believe, believe, believe. Now, this is meant to be called revelation. This, but do I do a separate one for this now? And because I've got to do believe, believe, believe. This is really awesome. I wish I could just take a picture of it on the as the heading. This is wonderful. Very, very wonderful. Believe, believe, believe. Okay, I got it. 7 and 9. So let's get a numerical value for this, and I think it's 33 if I remember rightly. But let's do that. Let's do that. So it's 9, and we said 16 and 8. So 7, so it's really 7 and 8. So 7 and 7, 14 and 1. 7, 14 and 1 is 15. So that is 6. That's correct. 7 and, yeah. So, yes, 14 and 1, 15. So there we are. There we are. That's the double. I said 33, but perhaps it would add to 33. Let's just do that just to check my memory. Wow. So it is 7. Let's just do it that way. 7 and 6 and 9, of course, because I believe it's 33. So that would be 15, 20, 21, 22. Am I doing this right? Interesting. There is not an 8 here. I've got 9 here, but it's not an 8 here. Oh, I have added 6 instead, so it's 8. Right. So it's 7, 8, 9. Can you imagine? 7, 8, 9. I love it. It's just showing you the smoothness of that 8 and that lie. It's beautiful. Now, is there another explanation that really makes that much sense? So far, I haven't found one. So there we are. I would be saying 3, it's 24. That's how I would be doing it. 24. Okay. So it equals 6. Okay. I was really wanting the 33 to come out, but it hasn't. So that is 9 and 9, 18, 9, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26, oh yes, 26 and 7, 6 and 6, 12 and 1, 13. Of course it's 33. Of course it's 33. It's the way I have been counting. It's the way I have been counting because I've minimized some of these numbers. So there we are. This is 9, 9, and 5, 14, and 9, 22, and 20, and 3, 25, and, let's see. Okay, I've got to get the 33. I'm after the 33. I've just done it, but this is 9, 9, and 5. Is 14, 12, 13, 14, and 9. Let's do it on here. 14 and 9, that is 12, 13, that's 23. Right. 23 and 3 is 26. 26 and 26, let's just put 26. 26 and 7. 6 and 7 is 12, 13, 33. I had to get the 33 because repetition, repetition, repetition. That's key. And I want to know that while I'm doing this, I'm in flow. Yes. So this is really interesting. Let's just go back to this. I'm perhaps going to repeat this belief because we want to share this with people. So when we hear about the word lie perhaps has been misconstrued, or it probably means that when you get yourself in this lie position, you should just stay low, and then people will be pulling you apart and tightening you up like you were a loop. Yes, because of course, I've got to do a presentation on this. All right. So Tavlon, we've got this evil. Evil, of course, Eve is there as well, or lie is there as well. But we have seen what lie means. It's really something to anchor on. You can anchor on either sides. And remember that Eve, being 5, is on the top. She's able to hold on either sides. Isn't that delicious? Of course. So E, V, so let's do it this way. So this is 9, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21. So evil is actually freedom. No one will tell you that. because no one will tell you that. Evil here is actually freedom. It's that you have the ability to just worm your way wherever you want. Okay. Okay, we have alive. We've done alive. I think alive also is 3. Let's just see. That is 9. 5 and 4 is 9. 9 and 9, 18. And 19, 20, 21. Of course, we have A is 22. So alive is 4. So 4 corners of the earth. So when you are in tune, like your 4 corners of the earth, you are alive. You need to have that perspective of where you are, who you are, when you are aware of what you are doing or why, and then you know you are fully alive in your north, south, and east and west. Of course, there you are with the Father, there you are with presence. Where I am, there you may be also. That's what it says. Yes, I go to prepare a place for you in the west. West, the word west is 4. It's there in the numbers. Okay, N-O-T. Of course, we go to the north as well. The north is where you burst. Okay, we'll get to this. So 2 and 6 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13. This is where you can really get, that number 13. That's why it's not. Now, also, if you just do that, it's still a not. It's closed. Close. No through road. Lion in the den. Okay, so there we have 6 and 5 is 11 and 9 is 20. Yes, 23. So this puts the lion. The lion sleeps tonight in the jungle, the mighty jungle. Okay, so this is the lion. I like that song actually. So the lion, of course, we're talking about sleep, but the lion is 5. We cannot deny the numbers, even if there are times we do not like the look or sound of it, because now with lion, the lion is the king of the jungle, so he's 5. He's alive. Okay, so live and live is the evil. Now that's another thing. L-I-V-E and live, L-I-V-E. I hope you know that they are the same thing. One is on the left, one is on the right. And if you turn this way, it doesn't matter left or right. It's still there, and you still. Yes. You can check it out. Look, 3. And if we, of course, because we have a live, we have 4, but it's actually live. Of course, I must have live somewhere here as well. Reveal. Okay, so reveal. R-E-V-E-A-L, of course, which is cool. So I'm going to count this. So I like R and E. They just, because they regarding each other. Okay, so that's 14 and 4 is 18 and 5, 19, 23 and 1, 24. And 3 is 27, so that's 9. Reveal is 9. Reveal is not holding anything back. It's from 1 to 9. Reveal. Okay, I like that. So we've got live here. We know live is free because evil is free. Live is free. Evil, live is free. Same thing. Reiterate. I hope I've spelled this right. I'm not so sure, but it feels right. So let's go along with it. So again, RE is 14 and 2 is 16 and 9 is 25 and 1 is 26 and 2 is 28 and 5, 28, 29, 32. Reiterate, 32. So again, that goes on to the 5. 5 again. These are words that really hold their place. They stand strong and firm in their position. So ton, T-O-N. So we have T is 2, 2 and 6, 8, 8 and 8 and 9 is 13. We know about this 13. Actually, I quite like it. I quite like it because it's got, it's that interactive number. It has so much. You need all your equipments, of course, to dig and to know what lies beneath. Okay, the word or, of course, 6 and 9, 15, one of my favorite numbers. It is one of my favorite numbers, which is 6, the number of love. So, yes, talking about the nature of the numbers as well. So we have neat. Let's do neat. 5 and 5 is 10, 10 and 1, 11, 11 and 2 is 13. 11, 12, 13. So there we have another 13, which can turn into a bee, which you can get stung by, because that's what bees do. You get stung by them. Yes. So we've done alone, which is 8. Okay, so run, R-A-N. So we have that's 10 and 5, 15. You run for your life, okay? But you run for fun too. Okay, lots of people are running for causes, and good causes. So that is in the name of love as well. So that makes sense. Later, do we want to know about later? Okay, later, 3 and 1, 4, 4 and 2, 6 and 5, 11, 11 and 9 is 20. Yes, so that's 2. Later is 2. Too late. That's why I say too late. You're too late. Later. Okay. And liver. Liver is very important for us to realize and remember that it constitutes revelation in what we are doing, because we need to have that liver to uncover that bee-ness, that bee's nest, that business. That's where the word business derived from the busy bee. Yes, in that bee, that same bee I showed you that looks like the Bible. Okay. And there are people who will tell you that they would not, and successful business people who run big enterprises, they hold the principles and structures and essence of knowing how or learning how to do and conduct the business through the Bible. I think I read it was Ford Edison, or yes, he never really. Yeah, I believe it is. So we'll have a little question mark just to be safe, because when you mention someone's name, you have to be mindful. But it was said that he always had a Bible. Okay, so we have liver. So this is 3 and 5, 8, 8 and 4, 12, 12 and 5 is 12 and 5 is 17, and 9, 18, 19, 26. So that's 8. Now that's what I mean about the liver. We see that is what we've done here with the 8. It's a liver, the 8. So this is the instrument that one needs to get to be able to. It's the key. It's the key. Okay, okay. Because if you have, that makes sense. If you have a hook, you would need, and you dropped it down the hole, and you had a hook, there was something you could, or for the T, which is in that T in that tube, the BKT. Of course, if you had that, and it shows you what position to put it as well, so you could actually pull. Wisdom, it's in the Bible. Now veil, V-E-A-L. So 5 and 4, 9, 9 and let's just say like this, 9 and 3 is 12. Oh, it's 9 and 4, so it's 13. So there we go with that 13 number again. And whenever you see that 13, it's got that wiggly worm, but it means that there's movement, there's potential to do a lot. Hence, uncover the veil. I don't know if it's the right spelling for this one, but still. Okay, vial reminds me of my grandmother always had some ointment in a vial, or in the days of no electricity, we had to have this kerosene in a vial. Yes, yes. So it's 4 and 9, 13. 4 and 9, 13. Oh, I'd just check like this now. It's easier on my eyes to do 9 and 6, which is 15, and 5 here, 20, and I'd say 23 and 4, 27. 23 and 20 and 3 and 4. Right, so 27. Okay, it may not sound like it's coming right, but it's right. Okay, so then we have veil, V-A-I-L. Again, we have 3 and 9 is 12, 12 and 4 is 16, and 1, 17. So that's 8. Now, I think that's the veil. Okay, uncover. Okay. So nylon, it's interesting to do nylon, isn't it? Or nail. Well, I've done nail. I know nail. Nail is 9. Nail is 9. Okay. And we have, I don't know, ale, because they were drinking ale. This is another thing that people drink over, agreements. A-L-E. So this is 8 and 1, 9. It seals the agreement. 9. Yes. Yes. Nylon. Let's go back to nylon. So 9 and 5, of course, 14. 14 and 3 is 17. 17 and 6 is 23, and 5, 28. So 2, 8 is 10. Nylon is 10. I think we did that before. Okay. We have done Eve. We have done river. So, yeah, I think we've done most of the words. Nation. But I've done nation before. It's 5. I remember that. But we can just quickly check it. Because here I've done 22. 22 and 1 is 23, and 5. 23 and 5 is 28. I thought nation was really 5. So let's do that. 22 and 5 is 27, and 1, 28. So nation is 10 and not 5. So, but that really makes sense, because nation is really, however did we evolve or arrive at these numerical values, made sense, because a nation is like saying, yeah, you are starting on that frequency. All nations have the same. It's 10. You have the 1 and you have the 0. No one else argues about anything. You have the solid, you have the smooth. Do your thing. Okay. Level. I thought I did that. Okay. So level is 3 and 5, 8, 8 and 4, 12, 12 and 5, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, we've got 20. So we haven't got many 2s, but it's interesting. I think of all these names or words that we got from Revelation, we had only 1 4. It's as if there is something saying you need only 1 4. Only 1 4. The representation of that which is the Father. There is only 1 4. And only 1 7. So we have 8s and 2s and 9s. 8s and 2s and 9s. And not many 3s. But we have more 8s and 2s. So Revelation is quite, we have many 9s. It's like it's saying, I promise to take you to the full length, the whole, So anyway, this has been, of course, a very full presentation, in that, of course, because it's Revelation, why should we expect to have a little mini presentation that with one of no substance? Or Revelation has so much, and I'm sure there is much more to it than I have covered. So anyway, I'm hoping that you have found this insightful, and I'm hoping that it has given us a breath of, what constitutes revelation when we want to find out answers, and when we, just in this journey of actualizing self love. So thank you for watching, and in the meantime, yes, stay blessed. Okay, blessed comes out. I'm not going to struggle with it anymore. And it's that I'm going to have this mindfulness. It's having mindfulness. So be bright, be filled, and of course, stay ignited. All right. Namaste. And of course, if you like this presentation, click the like button and subscribe and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-love. Namaste and spill over with love.